first thing we got to do is eliminate the parentheses, okay? And we have 2 and we have 1 over here and 1 over here, all right? Please don't do this. Since I have no number right here, I'll use a 2 outside and I'll multiply those together, okay? That is wrong because the 2 is not next to the parentheses, okay? So before you start with anything, just make sure you put a 1 right here, okay? Alright, so we're going to rewrite the 2. We're going to take this negative 1, multiply by everything inside. Negative 11, and we have an x. That's where that x comes from. Okay? Negative 1 times negative 4. That's a positive 4. Again. Negative times negative is positive. Then my inequality sign, that's less than. Okay? The 5 is not next to the parentheses, so you rewrite it. Then you are going to multiply positive 8 times everything in here. Alright? So this time that is negative 24 x. And this time this is going to be positive 40. Okay? Alright. 2 minus 11x plus 4. The 2 and the 4 has no variable, has no x, so you put those together. Plus 2 plus 4 be 6. And you carry that with negative 11x. Right? They're not the same because the 6 has no x.
And you combine the 40 and the 5.
Okay, over here you can combine the 5 plus 40 since both of those have no x. Alright, so 5 plus 40 is 45. And then you carry down the negative 40. Okay, next. I want you to make x on the left side of the inequality. So over here. And all my numbers without x over here. Okay? Alright, so we just read it from left to right. Boom, that has no x. No x, move to the right. Okay? So minus 6, opposite, okay? And since 45 has no x, you put on the bottom of that. Done. Rewrite your negative 11x. Okay? 45 minus 6 will be 39. Rewrite your negative 24. Okay? Okay. Next, the 11x is on the left side. Okay, we good there? Because all x needs to go on the x on the left side. This one is good. This one is on the wrong side. So we move back to the left. So plus 24x plus 24x. Okay. Negative 11 plus 24. This is going to give you positive 13x. Less than 39. Okay. We have 2 terms left. 13x and 39. So the last, you divide by 13. Okay? Last step. We are not going to flip this around because this right here is not a negative number, all right? You only flip this around if this is a negative number, okay? Okay, so x is less than 3. Okay, so for example, I don't have a number line on here. I say, hey, how do you write this on the number line? You draw your number line. This is how you draw your number line. You have a line with arrow going that way and arrow going this way. And we are looking at this number 3, so let's call this a 3. Okay? A circle is supposed to go around that number, which is the 3. Alright? Since we have no equality sign at the bottom, we do not shade in the circle. And this is less than. The less than is going to be on the left of the 3.
And then you go in the opposite direction.
Then that's how you draw your number line. That, okay? Alright, in order to get rid of parentheses, you have to have a number in front of parentheses. Alright? So if there's no number, it's always going to be a 1. Negative 1 times 12, that'll be negative 12. And we're going to rewrite the x. negative 1 times a negative 11 be positive 11 less than or equals to negative 1 times x is negative 1x. Negative 1 times 11 is negative, no, positive 11. And then you bring down this positive 4x. Alright, next, left side of this equation we have negative 12x plus 11, which are not the same term, so we just going to rewrite this. Plus 11. Alright, the reason I'm rewriting this because I have to clean up the right side a little bit, okay? On the right we have two terms that are the same, which is negative 1x plus 4x, okay? So that's negative 1 plus 4. That's how you know it's add or subtract. You are using the sign in front of it. Okay. So negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3x. Carried out of positive 11. Alright. Next, decide what side you want your x to be on. I want my x to be on the left side, which is on this side. All x over here. Okay. For those of you who still don't get that concept, I can even do this right here. I can even label it. I say over here, I put a little box and say all my x over here. Okay? I say all x over here, and we have all numbers over here. So numbers with our x go to the right, number with the x goes to the left. That's what it is. Okay. Then we're gonna read from left to right. Negative 12x. This has an x. This is an x. So this guy is on the right side, not on the wrong side. Alright? This guy's on the correct side. Okay? Plus 11. 11 has no x. I want x over here only. Alright? Which means the 11 is on the wrong side. So I need to eliminate 11 this side. Eliminate 11 to this side. Okay? Alright? Okay. So cross out once on the left side. Don't cross out on the right side. Okay? Rewrite my inequality sign. Rewrite. I'll do this one step at a time. 11 minus 11, that's 0. So I write 0. Okay, next. We said 12 is on the correct side. Okay, over here on the number only, this one has an x. So this one is on the wrong side. Alright? So we are going to get rid of that. Minus 3x by doing the opposite. Minus 3x. So, gone. So negative 12x minus 3x then be negative 15x. My inequality sign, and this is 0. Alright, last step. Last step is to divide by the coefficient of x, which is negative 15, negative 15. Okay? Cancel out, cancel out. Okay, please don't do this. The reason you don't do this, and the reason you don't do this because, let's say, hey, your answer is wrong, and you don't know what is wrong with it, but if you do this right here, it's hard for you to go back and trace it back where you did the wrong, step back, alright? Okay, cross it out so you can still see the 15. X. Since this right here is a negative number, you divide by a negative number. This thing flips around, alright? That happens only when you divide and multiply by a negative number, okay? And the answer is x is bigger or equal to 0. Alright, notice that I provide you with no graphs. Let's say I want you to graph this too, okay? Really easy. You draw a line, a number line, okay? You mark the number line with this value, 0. It doesn't matter where. It could be boom right there, or it could be boom right there, 0. Okay? It doesn't have to be in the center, or it could be in the center, anywhere. Okay? You know the circle goes around the 0. Alright? you know it's gonna be shaded in because of the equality sign bottom. Okay. Now you have two sides of 0, the left side and the right side. This is bigger than 0, which means you shade to the right. The right is bigger, and that's your number line. Alright? Your number line doesn't need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all that. Because it's understood as it.